He's going to be even more bumbling. He's going to be even more tumbling. And he's going to walk forward like a big bowling ball and freaking... Sean Strickland is absolutely screwed in his upcoming fight against Dricus du Plessis. How the UFC judges its fights is they judge who is getting closer to ending the fight, right? People take that and they say, yes, okay, damage above all. And that is true in a way, but it's a little bit misconstrued. What I mean is this. If Dricus du Plessis lands a huge overhand and Sean Strickland lands 5 or 10 jabs, right? Dricus du Plessis' one punch is going to be scored higher than Strickland's 10 jabs because that one punch is getting closer to ending the fight via knockout rather than 10 jabs and 5 little flimsy man teeps. This is why in the Paulo Costa fight, one judge gave it 49-46 to Costa. That scorecard was wrong, right? Like, I think we all agree that was not a good scorecard. But there's a reason why the judge gave it to Costa. It wasn't just for no reason. It wasn't, entirely fixed for Costa. It's because Strickland would throw a bunch of jabs and a bunch of teeps and every once in a while a right hand. Meanwhile, Costa was throwing big shots. And even if they weren't landing, they were getting close, or the shots that would land, they were harder than Strickland's punches. And so the judge said, okay, well, Costa's getting closer to ending the fight. We'll give the round to Costa. Also, another thing that I want to talk about is that there's this misconception that Dricus du Plessis is a stupid fighter or he's a dumb fighter just because, he kind of looks like a doofus when he fights. But in all of his fights, he's had a great game plan. In the first Strickland fight, he threw so many overhands and blitzed forward in the way that he did because Strickland is just going to jab and teep back. Strickland is not great at sitting down on a right hand, right? And so he allows Dricus to bum rush him like that and gives him minimal output back. In the Adesanya fight, Adesanya is not this amazing counter-striker that people think that he is. Adesanya, he'll lean back and he'll throw big hooks, right? Or sometimes he'll throw a jab and leave it out there and follow up with a right hand. But he's not the type of guy to slip a shot and rip like a Sean O'Malley, a Conor McGregor, so on and so forth. He's not even a counter-striker like how Petr Yan is. Adesanya, typically what he does when you blitz him is he either will lean back and throw big hooks like how he knocked out Whitaker and knocked out Paulo Costa, or he'll simply evade and get out of the way like he did in the Pereira fights and back up. And so Dricus du Plessis had his hands like this, you know what I mean? And he just ran in throwing huge punches, keeping a high guard, whenever he wasn't throwing. And Adesanya would try to back up, and Dricus would just keep running through, right? He just keep throwing these running punches, and eventually he would start to catch Adesanya when Adesanya gassed, Sean Strickland is going to have the same style going into the rematch. Sean Strickland's game plan is always going to be the same. He's either going to try to walk forward and jab and teep, or he's going to try to back up in the Dricus fight, because Dricus is just going to walk forward no matter what. He's going to back up and jab and try to teep, When Dricus is pushing him so hard back, Sean's teep is not really going to be there, and that's like his second best tool. So already, Strickland has half the tools. All he has basically is a jab to beat Dricus and a right hand every once in a while. Dricus is probably going to have an even better game plan going into the rematch because he's a great game planner. And you can't really game plan for Dricus, You can see flaws in his game, and you can see, okay, I can hit him when he's like this, or I can rip to the body like Adesanya did. The thing is, Dricus is just a force of nature, and he has long arms where he can have his hands like this, but still his elbows reach his body, and he just moves forward. He has an iron chin. He doesn't gas out like people think he does. He keeps an insane pace. He throws insanely hard. He's super strong. Like, these are things you can't really game plan for, you know, because they're not part of his game. They're attributes. You can't really game plan for attributes. Pereira has insane power, and everyone knows the left hook's coming or the calf kicks are coming, but you get hit once by it and you're cooked, you know? It's the same kind of thing with Dricus. Like, you know that he's big and he's strong and he's a bumbling oaf, and there's nothing you can really do about it because you're going to hit him as much as you can like Adesanya did, and eventually you hit him so much and you just get tired, and then he takes over because he can't gas out because he's a freak, you know? So I think that Strickland's going to have basically the exact same game plan. I think we might see a more evolved game plan from Dricus. I think he's going to have even more confidence knowing that he beat Strickland, even if it was on paper, right, and there's whatever, and he just now beat Adesanya, you know, and he already beat Whitaker, who's now, you know, looking real good. So I think he's going to have even more confidence. He's going to be even more bumbling. He's going to be even more tumbling, and he's going to walk forward like a big bowling ball and freaking swing for the fences and beat Strickland by another controversial decision. I don't think he's going to be controversial. I don't think he's going to finish Strickland. He might. He could KO him. I don't think he'll submit him. He could KO him. But Strickland has real nice defense, especially after training with Pereira. I think that he's just going to kind of bully Strickland and push him back and not let him teep and just eat the jab all day and get in his face and win a stinky man, crazy, wild man decision. And everyone's going to say, dude, he's so shit, bro. Just wait till Dricus fights anyone good, dude. He's so bad. Dude, Pereira could go down to 185 and smoke him. Really, dude? He's beaten Whitaker, Strickland, and Adesanya in a row, and now he's about to beat Strickland again. Like, dude, he's building up a pretty insane resume. He's gonna fight the winner of Hamzat versus Whitaker next. If it's Hamzat, now we're talking something interesting, you know what I mean? But if it's Whitaker, like, man, I don't want to see Whitaker lose again, but bro, he's probably gonna get fucked up again because Dricus is gonna be the middleweight GOAT. By the end of 2026, he's going to be the middleweight GOAT. He's going to pass up Anderson Silva, dude. He's going to go up in weight and get KO'd by Pereira. But, dude, I don't know. I don't think you can really beat Dricus unless you knock him out, you know what I mean? Or submit him like Hamza. You know, you have to finish him. Like, I don't think that the rematch with Strickland is going to be nearly as close as their first fight. I think that Dricus is going to just understand Strickland's game more, and he's just gonna bite down on the mouthpiece and just freaking run at him, and Strickland's not gonna do shit. And now DDP, going into the rematch, he knows that Strickland can't hurt him. He knows that Strickland, all he has is a jab, and in round 5 he'll throw weird overhands, you know, but that's it, you know. And I don't know, I just don't see Dricus losing anytime soon unless he goes up and fights Pereira at 205. I think at 185, he probably submits Pereira. At 205, I think he probably gets chinned and KO'd. I don't know, middleweight's so interesting. Let's not muck it up by having Dricus go up and weight and have a big bulk and, you know, it's a big thing, or Pereira trying to cut back down. Fuck, no, I don't want to see that. Please, man, just stay in your weight class or move, or if you're Pereira, move up. If you're Dricus, stay there. Yeah, man, middleweight's getting fun. It's getting real fun. I think the people are going to be real pissed when Strickland gets smoked by Dricus and loses the remainder of his aura. Anyway, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna make a hot take video, release it this weekend. It'll be fun, man. I got some fun ones, so we'll see. We'll see. Johnny Walker has a great chin. Johnny Walker has a fantastic chin. See you guys.